How to accept your anxiety and find peace. Anxiety is a natural part of life, yet most of us treat it like an unwelcome intruder. We try to push it away, suppress it, or ignore it, only to find it returning stronger than before. What if the key to managing anxiety isn't in fighting it, but in accepting it? By changing our mindset, we can turn anxiety from an enemy into a guide, helping us grow stronger and more resilient. In this article, you will learn how to accept your anxiety instead of running from it. These strategies will not only help you find peace, but also empower you to live a more fulfilling life. 1. Understanding anxiety. Anxiety is not just nervousness before an important event. It is a complex response designed to protect us from perceived danger. When we feel anxious, our brain releases stress hormones that prepare us for a fight or flight response. While this is useful in genuinely dangerous situations, it becomes overwhelming when triggered too often by everyday stressors. Accepting anxiety starts with understanding that it is not your enemy. It is your mind's way of trying to keep you safe. Instead of resenting it, recognize its purpose. Your body is doing its job. It just needs guidance on when to react and when to relax. 2. Why fighting anxiety makes it worse. When you resist anxiety, you feed it. Imagine trying to force yourself to stop thinking about something. It only makes the thought stronger. Anxiety works the same way. The more you try to push it away, the more power it gains. Think of anxiety as a wave in the ocean. If you stand rigid, resisting it, the wave will knock you over. But if you allow it to rise and fall naturally, it passes without pulling you under. The same is true for anxious thoughts. Instead of fighting them, acknowledge their presence and let them pass through you. 3. Mindfulness and awareness. Mindfulness is a powerful tool for accepting anxiety. It involves being fully present in the moment without judgment. Instead of getting caught up in anxious thoughts about the past or future, mindfulness helps you focus on what is happening right now. One simple mindfulness exercise is the 5-4-3-2-1 technique. Identify 5 things you can see. Recognize 4 things you can touch. Notice 3 things you can hear. Acknowledge 2 things you can smell. Focus on 1 thing you can taste. This exercise brings you back to the present moment, reducing anxiety's grip on your mind. 4. Reframing negative thoughts. Anxiety often distorts reality, making small problems seem overwhelming. A powerful way to accept anxiety is to reframe these negative thoughts. For example, instead of thinking, "I can't handle this situation," reframe it to, "This is challenging, but I have faced difficulties before and survived." Another strategy is to ask yourself, is this thought based on facts or assumptions? What is the worst that could happen, and how likely is it? How would I comfort a friend who had this thought? This shift in perspective can lessen the intensity of anxious feelings. 5. Breathing techniques. Your breath is a direct link to your nervous system. Shallow, fast breathing signals panic, while slow, deep breathing tells your body that it is safe. A simple yet effective breathing exercise is the 4-7-8 technique. Inhale deeply through your nose for 4 seconds. Hold your breath for 7 seconds. Exhale slowly through your mouth for 8 seconds. Repeating this a few times can slow your heart rate and bring a sense of calm, helping you accept rather than fear anxiety. 6. Self-compassion and kindness. Many people with anxiety are overly critical of themselves. They feel weak for having anxious thoughts, which only makes things worse. Instead of criticizing yourself, practice self-compassion. Treat yourself as you would treat a close friend. Remind yourself that anxiety does not define you. It is just one part of your experience, and it does not mean you are broken or incapable. Try using affirmations like, "I am doing my best, and that is enough. It's okay to feel anxious. I am learning to accept it. I am stronger than my anxious thoughts." 7. Gradual exposure to anxiety. Avoidance fuels anxiety. The more you avoid what makes you anxious, the stronger the fear becomes. A powerful way to accept anxiety is to face it in small, manageable steps. For example, if social situations make you anxious, don't force yourself into a crowded event immediately. Instead, start with a small step, like talking to a store cashier or making a phone call. Over time, your brain will learn that these situations are not as dangerous as they seem. 8. Building a support system. Anxiety can feel isolating, but you are not alone. Talking to someone who understands, whether it's a friend, family member, or therapist, can be incredibly helpful. Support groups, online communities, or even therapy can provide reassurance and new coping strategies. Sometimes, just knowing that others experience the same struggles can make a world of difference. 9. Healthy lifestyle choices. Your daily habits play a huge role in anxiety levels. Simple lifestyle changes can make a big impact. Exercise regularly. Movement releases endorphins, natural stress relievers. Eat a balanced diet. Avoid excessive caffeine and sugar, which can worsen anxiety. Get enough sleep. A well-rested brain handles stress better. Limit social media. Constant comparison and negativity can trigger anxious thoughts. Taking care of your body is taking care of your mind. 10. Creating an acceptance ritual. Finally, make anxiety acceptance a daily practice. Instead of fearing it, welcome it as part of your experience. One powerful ritual is journaling. Each day, write down what made you anxious and how you responded. Over time, you will notice patterns and growth. You can also try visualization. Imagine anxiety as a small, harmless cloud passing in the sky. It comes and goes, but it does not control you. Conclusion. Accepting anxiety does not mean you have to enjoy it. It means acknowledging its presence without fear, knowing that it will pass. The more you practice acceptance, the less control anxiety has over your life. By understanding anxiety, reframing your thoughts, practicing mindfulness, and making healthy choices, you can find peace even in moments of uncertainty. Start today, and step into a future where anxiety no longer holds you back. If you enjoyed watching this video, don't forget to subscribe, and turn on the notification bell, so you don't miss any new videos. Let us know your thoughts about this video in the comment section down below, and feel free to stay and enjoy it until the end. Also make sure to check out our next highlighted video, and we will see you next time. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe.